I am Mukti Anandama, and before we begin today, I invite you to tune in to the reality that you prefer, to experience through the embodiment that you prefer. And we're going to take a moment now to do that, so that what comes through via questions and answers is in alignment with that preferred reality. For depending on the reality that you are in when pondering or asking questions or seeking, this will determine what guidance you will receive. Your ability to understand the answers, the guidance, and to perceive it will change depending on what you are vibrating from, what you are vibrating in. So we invite you to consider now that you are the creator of your world, that by your vibration and by your intention and by your design, before arriving and during your life here, you are witnessing the projection of your own matrix, the mirror, the reflection of who you believe yourself to be. So in this moment, let's believe ourselves to be who we desire to be. Tuning in now to that signature frequency of your divine beingness, the kind of God and Goddess that you are. Feeling that frequency, grabbing a hold of it, and then amplifying it. The frequency that may expand in you because you are aware that you are the decider and creator of your own experiences, whether that is done unconsciously, automatically, or consciously as a creator. Illuminating that which you wish to experience by feeding it, giving it your attention, believing it, being and living it. Each of us has the perfect, divine, ascended master, archangelic realm, and all the guides, galactic and otherwise, to guide us, for they are part of us, part of our creation. They are available to us because we have opened the door to these types of consciousness, these beings of consciousness that are both experienced through our filter and yet individualized beings of their own accord. As one embodies their divine eternal identity, the one that they have chosen, there is the work or the play, however you want to view it, of dropping into a world of limitation created by the identity. It's as if you have parachuted down into this world and you are both learning how to navigate this world and change it at the same time. And so your guidance will come to you based on your readiness to receive that frequency and nothing more and nothing less. So it is important when inquiring that you at a minimum tune in to the frequency you wish to live as. For Mukti Ananda Ma, that is great liberation and bliss. To be a mother to the world, to see the divinity in all, to give life to the divinity in all. And to know that as the mother, the creator of the world she sees, that she can resurrect all the delightful play on the screen that she desires. That within her, and her ever entwinement with the void, the Father Divine, the whole, all and everything is available to her in the world. And so, with this in mind, knowing that we are now providing guidance through the window of frequency that you are holding, listen with the ears of that divine chosen frequency. The representative from humanity may begin.
Thank you, Mukti Ananda Ma. It's always a pleasure to be in your presence. So I don't know how to address her. I'm just going to call her she. She is out of alignment and is ready to move to our future destination. And she wants to do that now. She doesn't want to wait. She doesn't believe she has to wait. Can you speak to this?
Yes, this is a new place of demand that she has arrived in. And so, since a new window with a new opening, you can think of this opening, if you remember when you were a child and you were learning to take the block shapes and put them in the right block shape hole. This is how the question and the answer works. If your block shape hole is not aligned with the block shape answer, you will not receive the answer into yourself. So another answer is provided to meet you where you're at. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does.
So now a new answer can be provided because a new opening has occurred for this individual. And so we will answer from that. When one claims that they are now the commander of time, that they have an input, that they are not merely a bystander of the timing of things, but they may have an impact when one is ready to see that they are responsible too, not only for what shows up on the screen of life, but the timing and the way that it unfolds. And this is new for this individual, the limited identity that asked this question. She is ready to be responsible now for the timing of things, to take on that responsibility, which is, you could imagine, is a greater responsibility, right?
Yes.
We can no longer blame others. We can no longer blame our own progress. We can no longer blame the divine intelligence that is working behind all things, bringing perfect timing. We have now decided that we will take creator responsibility of time itself. Do we understand the enormous leap that this individual has made?
Yes.
And so let's talk about how time can be changed and created by the Creator. We will first discuss the creation of time when one decides to manifest a new reality. One very important stance to hold as a creator of time itself is the unwillingness to accept any delay, to stop all the stories that are used to explain away delay, to stop all the I am becoming or the world is becoming story. When one does that, one can feel immediately the limited thoughts or points in the matrix that are holding the frequency of delay. And in that, you will become aware of what is in the way of your perfect ideal timing that you envision. For example, if you think that you and know that you are the creator of time itself, that it is you who determines how quickly the movie progresses, how quickly the end result happens, and that if you were so aligned that your end destination could be in the very now, and the very now where you can blink out of your current reality and blink into the desired reality. This is how it is done in many eternal worlds, simply blinking in and blinking out. But in this limited world, we think we have to travel in certain ways to destinations. We think that there's time required in the planting of the seed, to the growing of the seed, to the harvest of the seed. Various individuals have different definitions of what time is required for these things. And so when you acknowledge that it has been you all along creating the delays, creating the time of the unfolding of events, creating all the years that it took to arrive at this point in consciousness. And you reclaim your power now and say, I am the creator of time. I am the creator of movement and distance. And that whatever you are desiring, you can actually have right now in the blink of an eye. You will notice all the little voices coming up with the buts and the fears and the questionings of how. All the things that dampen this vibrational knowing that I am the creator of now, the creator of time, the creator of the unfolding of the movie. Perhaps these little voices are saying, let's say it's money. A large amount of money, more money than you can barely imagine. Billions of dollars, for which you have plans for, Mukti Anandama, and all other divine beings. It is the norm for them to have the abundance code, and billions is nothing to these divine beings. These divine beings with grand plans. And so, in sitting with thee, this is my creation and I demand it now. Thoughts may arise about all the people when they find out all the billions you have coming to you. And you contemplating how to deal with that, maybe even feeling like you're not sure how to deal with that, how to manage all that money, what to do with all that money, what to do with all the time that that money affords you. All these questions of anxiety and tension, dampening the vibration, the command, the internal command of the eternal being that the money is now, weakens that command and creates time. Time is a thing that occurs when the frequency is finding its fullness. But the fullness can be attained in a moment. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So we're telling you, you do not need to wait for perfect timing. You do not need to run that story. Instead, if you wish to take command of what is your responsibility anyway, of time, you must be aware of all the opposing stories that would prevent the thing from manifesting on the screen of life now. And shoot them down with your arrow of consciousness, reminding yourself that you are the creator and that all that you need to know in every given moment is yours. What to do with the money, what to do with the free time, what to do with people asking for the money, coming after the money. Sitting in the knowing that you will know every moment, and that is your story, and there needs be not any delay. That allows this command from within to be full, to come into fullness of vibration and manifestation. Most people who have a vision, even from their eternal identity, create so much time with the hows, the needing to understand the hows it'll happen, whether through the stock market and investment, whether through a business, whether through some mysterious gift somewhere. They, in their mind, come up with a how, usually with them earning it in some way. And that creates much time, because then you've introduced the stories of the thing, the stock market, and all that entails, or the stories of what it is to create income, to be an entrepreneur, or how long it takes to save things. We would give you a little tip. When you envision the how, we recommend envisioning the end. And let the void determine the how. For the void, the thing of life itself, will always, always, always choose the quickest path to you, and the one that will bring the most delight. And usually those things are joined. For life is always generating better and better life. So anything you imagine, life can imagine better for you. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Anything else?
Yes, thank you. I mean, you have answered many of our questions, and I would just say that she feels very ready to travel to these sacred places and to begin the process of essentially what can she do right now this week to start the plan.
Well, what place is calling her the most? That's the place we'd recommend that she explore and book a trip to, knowing that as she has declared within, it'll be aligned externally. The thing with time is the more you wait, the more time you create. Whatever movement can be taken should be taken immediately. Even if the trip is for a short time rather than the preferred time. Airline tickets can always be changed. Dates can always be moved. It is the act of saying, now I'm booking this ticket and I shall go, that the waiting, that the time, less time, should I say, is created in that way. The door to instant blinking in and out of realities has not been opened yet, so we're not instructing on that. But we are instructing on being the master of your own time and understanding how one who is not a master of their own time creates time unknowingly, unwittingly. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Any moment you find yourself putting something off, stop and take an action that says, I have decided this is the time, and mark it by an action. That action can be an action in the world. That action can be an action in consciousness of seeing yourself arrived in the destination, living that, and then whatever action springs out of that, where you can barely contain yourself and you must do it now, do it. Do not delay. Does that make sense?
It does.
Anything else on that?
It's very exhilarating. I think I want to post this, otherwise I would ask more specific questions like,
We'll ask general. Ask it
is
in a general way for the individual. You don't need to name names.
well, I wanted to know the exact portal area in a specific country, but I feel like I don't know
Is
that
she asking that question?
that was me asking.
So you would like to travel?
Well, yes, I would like to know where we are going to end up residing, which country. But I don't know that I should ask that.
And why is that important for you at this time? It's you that is the decider. Do you have all the information you need to decide?
Other than taking a trip to confirm.
Well, that seems to be the next step.
It does.
You don't have all the information yet.
Absolutely.
You're gathering the information.
Yeah.
The thing is when one hasn't pinpointed an action but has general ideas or alternate paths to take, the best thing to do is to take steps on each path until it becomes obvious. The same way you search for a house to buy or to live in. You may look all through the various vehicles of houses, including visiting them, but until you're at that exact location, the knowing doesn't arrive, right?
Right.
It's the same, whether it's work, helping people, serving humanity, creative acts. We may have an idea of the destination, more of the frequency that we will feel that we are living in and looking for the match. We're looking for the match of the frequency for the moment of time that we're in. There's this sort of trying it on that happens until that match is locked in and you get the yes, this is it. This is the place. This is the way. This is the piece of art that I will create. The thing is that people want to know sometimes beyond what it's time to know, meaning they have not opened enough of the window to know the end destination completely yet. And an easy and joyful way to open that window completely is to take action with what you do know. Many people create much time by needing to know the whole thing all at once. And so that delays it before they take action. Needing to know that all the money is in the bank account, the thing that whatever dollar amount they determine would be their freedom. Needing to see that before they take action. Needing to know exactly where this place that is calling to them is, the precise GPS location, when often they are given enough, a country, an area to begin at, but they delay taking action because they are looking to have the precision of the end, when it's not possible because their vibration is not a match, because they need to move in action that comes from a knowingness that it shall be. It's basically taking all waiting off the table. This is being a commander of time, unless one consciously chooses to wait, and there are reasons to do that. Does that make sense?
It does. It's very exciting. I think, and I think this will be the last question, there was a sense of discouragement doing the current tasks daily, the set of tasks, whereas she really wants to move into focusing on the victory over death, be it books or other things affiliated with that agenda. And you seem to have answered this mostly.
So what is the question?
I guess we do have the power over the when. Right? It's waiting is not, essentially waiting is not good, and we do have power over the when. Because if we don't have power over the when, then we don't really have the power.
Yes.
Right. So I guess this discouragement with our current tasks, this will be transitioning as soon as we make a decision, book a trip, just go. Then it will transition faster. Much faster.
There is an inner command and demand that happens when one realizes they are the maker of time. Like we said, this is a new level of consciousness for most people, even spiritually advanced. Much talk is believed around divine timing, which sort of justifies what that person would consider delay, and a lack of responsibility taken for the delay and for the timing. To not own that you are the creator of time creates all kinds of delays. Does that make sense?
Yes.
And so, for many who are getting to know the eternal ways, this paradigm of explaining and justifying delays through divine timing must stop. One must say, no, I am the creator of time. I will learn to create time in the way that I'd like to see this time unfold here in this reality. And I will take responsibility for doing that. And so, just in that, the delays that have been explained away will reduce and cease. With the awareness that anytime you feel yourself to be waiting, this is a time to question the thought that puts the waiting there, and a time to take action that asserts that you will not create waiting time by waiting. You will instead take action from the frequency of your desired reality, which is your desired identity. You will take an action from knowing, which is similar to faith, that you are now able to be who you want to be in a life you have created.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. Very powerful as always.
As Mukti Anandama, I thank you. I thank you and I salute all the divine beings creating this heavenly reality not yet experienced together in co-creation and in all our magnificent divine beingness.